Good morning. Right, so another interesting one. This car has come to us direct from a very well-known household name dealer. I won't say who it is because, well, I can't. But 2015 44,000 mile Toyota, which you would all agree is a very nice looking car, beautiful actually inside. And the problem that we have with this car is that the mileage is not true. Now, it was sold to us with warranted miles, and what that means is that the seller is saying that he or she or they can guarantee that those mileage displayed on the screen is a genuine account of the car. So when we sell it to you, we can say with our hand on our heart that this is a genuine car, that it's got genuine mileage on it, which is what you'd expect. Nowadays, we can plug it in, or my wife can, and using this software, we can actually find what the total distance of the car is that is covered. So if somebody has had the car clocked and they've changed the display, the pinnacle, to read something other than what it actually should be, in the ECU it is backed up a bit like an aeroplane black box, so with the total distance covered. So in one form or another, in the ECU black box, for the want of a different way of describing it, it will have the information stored on what the total mileage is of the vehicle, irrespective of what somebody has done to the pinnacle, the display, the mileage display that you all look at when you turn your ignition on. So as part of our sales process, we have to investigate every vehicle that we buy in order to sell it, so we do not leave ourselves open to prosecution for somebody who may buy a car from us and we sell to them thinking, well, it's genuine, and it turns out later to not to be. So it's far more wide-reaching than just mileage. Obviously, it's checking that it's not stolen, that it's not on finance, or it hasn't been involved in an accident, or if it has been involved in an accident, that we divulge that information to the customer. So this vehicle now can never be sold by us, because our policy is not to sell a vehicle that has a mileage discrepancy. But if it was to be sold, it would have to be stated that there is a mileage discrepancy, so the person, the buyer, would be fully informed, and that would dramatically decrease the value of the car for obvious reasons. Now, the value of the car hasn't been decreased when we purchased it, because they were selling it on the premises that the vehicle was a genuine car with warranted mileage. Now, further investigations have found that this car actually belonged to somebody who was a taxi driver. So to have done only 44,000 miles on a 65 plate 5-year-old car, you can't have been a very successful one, or he was a very successful one and a naughty taxi driver. So there you go. So just to let you all know, if there's anyone out there listening to this who's thinking of having their car clocked, because we all know where we can take them to do mileage corrections, etc., you won't get away with it, because when someone clocks it now, it's tagged when on the ECU. Not on all systems, but on the majority of them, it tells us when it's been entered and changed. They're getting very, very clever, these cars. Gone are the days when you used to have these and people might stick a electric drill to the back of the Speedo and wind them back to naught. Gone are those days. Now these modern cars have very successful, very complicated and very clever computer systems within them that prevents this sort of thing, which is good if you're honest, because you can always catch the dishonest people out, but not so good if you are dishonest, because it will come and catch you and it will bite you on the bum big time. All right, well, there we go, done.